evening and welcome to your Wednesday, September 4, 2024 edition of the Evening News. I am Jemima Holmes. Thank you for joining us. Let's take a look at some of our lead stories tonight. New National Defense Institute to be premier intelligence security agency in region. Guyana to work with international partners to monitor local airspace. Artificial island in Demerara River partly handed over to EXXONMOBIL, says VESHI director. Empty noises, President Ali on issues raised over 15.1 billion, SCHOONORD-to-CRANE highway, and basketball coach dies after vehicle topples along UNAMICO trail. Now for the news in detail. Guyana has launched a National Defense Institute to strengthen national defense through training and education, and according to President Dr. Irfan Ali, the goal is to make this body into a premier intelligence defense security agency in the region. Here is Vanu Manikchand with our lead story tonight.
Aimed at educating joint services officers and their civilian counterparts using a defense, security and development-focused curriculum, the National Defense Institute was launched on Wednesday. While this body falls under the Guyana Defense Force, it will be working closely with strategic partners to execute its mandate. According to Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Dr. Irfan Ali, the goal is to make it a premier institute for security education and training in the Western Hemisphere.
The National Defense Institute would also be critically linked to the RSS and will not only be an academic research institution, but will be a real-life institution producing action plans and producing analysis of threats and challenges facing the region. The National Defense Institute is a regional institute, and within a short time period, we want this to be the premier intelligence, defense, security agency in the region.
The main strategic partners of the National Defense Institute are the United States National Defense University and the Perry Center, along with the University of Guyana. With this body, chairman of the newly established Defense Institute, Colonel Sheldon Howell, noted that Guyana is poised to emerge as a more significant and dynamic strategic influencer in both regional and global affairs.
In a rapidly evolving environment marked by both traditional and emerging threats, including territorial claims, illegal migration, and transnational organized crime, the need for a well-trained cadre of security professionals has never been more urgent. The National Defense Institute will serve as a critical platform for developing the strategies and policies that will safeguard our nation's interests. The leaders trained here will be instrumental in creating sustainable security programs, not only to protect our sovereignty, but also to contribute to the broader goals of national development.
Meanwhile, Director of the National Defense Institute, Dr. Randolph Prasad, noted that they are ready to get the work started as he highlighted the vast areas of focus that will be undertaken.
The NDI has 4 research and teaching areas: foreign policy and diplomacy, strategic studies, human security and development, which I must tell you the President insisted that must be a core part of what we do, and also civilian-military relations. We will soon commence our first class with the Certificate in Defense Studies. On the horizon, we're planning a full undergraduate program as well as a master's degree in defense studies. In addition to the courses based on academic and policy literature, ladies and gentlemen, we will also engage in training exercises. For instance, we will soon do a tabletop exercise on emergency rescue and evacuation operations.
Reporting for the Evening News, Vanu Manikchand.
following the recent drug bust in Guyana's jungle, where over 4 tons of cocaine were found hidden in bunkers. Commander-in-Chief President Dr. Irfan Ali has sounded a warning that the country will not be used as a transit point in the drug trade and, as such, has revealed that the government is looking to work with international partners to better police its airspace. Vanu Manikchanda joins us again with the details.
Last week, local authorities, in collaboration with the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, discovered some 4.4 tons of cocaine valued 176 million euros hidden in several bunkers around an illegal airstrip near Matthews Ridge in Region 1. It is suspected that the narcotics were brought to Guyana from a nearby country via air and was waiting to be shipped to Europe via the sea, with Guyana long being used as a transshipment destination for illicit trades. President Dr. Irfan Ali on Wednesday reiterated his government's commitment to tackle this issue.
To those who may harbor ambitions of using Guyana as a transnational point for the movement of illegal substances, let me be clear. We will come after you with the full force of the law. We will not allow our country to be used as a conduit for criminal activity, and will pursue those who seek to do so. You have had tremendous successes in recent times in drug interceptions, and those involved deserve our commendations.
According to the head of state, the massive drug bust would not be the end of this matter, as Guyana is now looking to work with regional and international partners to clamp down on the drug trade network. He said they will focus specifically on policing the country's airspace.
We have every intention, working with our partners, to destabilize and break the back of all criminal networks, especially in drug trafficking, operating within our territorial space and in our airspace. We have already asked, and we are ready to work with our partners once we are given the assets and once we can secure the assets to deal with all the overflights. That are passing over our airspace.
To do this, however, the Guyanese leader underscored the importance of collaboration both regionally and internationally.
We are ready to work with you in dismantling the global empire that drug trade has created. But we need that support. We have to work together. You have a partner in us. You have a partner in us. And part of that partnership is for all of us, not only the U.S. and Guyana and the region, but for every stakeholder, because we see today how the trade is changing because of prices and demand, and Europe is being severely impacted. So all of us have a joint responsibility. And as small as we are, with limited resources that we have, you can be assured that we are taking our responsibility seriously, and any information set that is available to us, we will go after to the best of our ability.
Meanwhile, as investigations continue into the massive drug bust, there have been reports of a senior police officer being involved. President Ali was asked about this, and here is what he had to say.
The drug bust was being led by our joint services, our intelligence, our international partners. They did exceedingly good work. And as I said, this is ongoing. Of course, the police and the agency will be continuing their work to determine all players, to see as much information as they can gather. So that's their work. That's part of policing work. That's part of investigative work.
Reporting for the Evening News, Vanu Manikchand.
The artificial island being built in the Demerara River by Vreeden Hoop Shore Base Incorporated has partly been handed over to EXXONMOBIL Guyana for use as a shore base, with company director Nicholas Degu Boyer confirming that the remainder of the project is expected to be handed over by year-end. Find out more in this Jarrell Bryan report.
Back in 2022, EXXONMOBIL Guyana and Freedom Loop Shore-Based Inc., VESHI, signed a 20-year agreement for shore-based services. The artificial island in the Demerara River that will provide these shore-based services, which had a price tag of US $300 million, has so far been partly handed over. In an update provided to this newscast on Wednesday, VESHI Director Nicholas Daegu Boyer revealed that 2 out of the 3 phases of this project, comprising roughly 50%, has been handed over to EXXONMOBIL.
The 2 phases that have been handed over have 2 berths and 10 acres with fabrication pads behind them. Basically, both were handed over in July, but not at the same time. One was like early July, and second one was end of July.
Boyer, whose company, National Hardware Limited, is a part of the VESHI consortium, further confirmed that the 3rd phase of the US multi-million-dollar project is expected to be handed over by this year-end. INT'L Group, a Belgium-based company that specializes in offshore project development, is undertaking the construction aspect of the project. The multi-million-dollar port, when completed, will feature an offshore terminal, fabrication, umbilical, and spooling yards. Additionally, it will feature a dry dock facility, a wharf and berths, and administrative buildings, among other facilities spanning 65 hectares. Jarrell Bryan, The Evening News.
In keeping with its goal of providing universally acceptable secondary school education across Guyana, the Education Ministry yesterday broke the ground for the construction of the Philippi Secondary School in Region 7. Trishelle Sobers reports that the state-of-the-art facility is valued at $275 million and is scheduled to be completed within 8 months.
When complete, the $275 million Philippi Secondary School will serve approximately 240 students from Philippi and surrounding areas in the region. The new school is set to be a modern educational facility featuring 3 key blocks, housing home economics and visual arts classrooms designed to provide students with practical and creative learning experiences, a well-equipped library offering a vital resource for research and study, 8 classrooms with essential sanitary facilities to ensure a comfortable and hygienic environment for students, an administrative space, and sick bay. During her address at the sod turning ceremony on Tuesday, Education Minister Priya Manikchand revealed that the students currently situated at dorms in DC Caesar Fox and Waramadang would be able to complete their secondary education at home. She added that the investment will also result in the closure of primary tops in the area.
Guyana attained universal primary education. That's what the United Nations said. And that was sometime in the 2000s. What that means is that we have enough primary schools all over the country, universal means all over, to make sure children could go to school at the primary level. But what happened when they reached secondary? You know the story better than me. You either had to leave and go to a dorm somewhere. In this village, it would be to Waramadang, they see Caesar Fox. Or you go to a primary top up to grade 9, and then you drop out. So we said the mission of IRFANALI is going to be to build secondary schools all over this country to make sure we have universal secondary education.
Minister Manikchand said an initial mobilization amount of $82 million has been allocated to kickstart the project, but the ministry has not disclosed who the contractor is. Nevertheless, she said the project would be completed in 8 months.
It's a big project because this is how we express our love. This is how we show you that we care. This is how we make sure that your children will be better than you are, better than I am. This is how we make sure your children have a life of plenty and not a life of struggle.
The Philippi Secondary School is just one of several hinterland secondary schools the Ministry of Education plans to construct this year. Trishelle Sobers, Evening News.
Coming up, NANDLAL announces revision of cybercrime law to address onslaught on citizens, and New Amsterdam market vendors picket municipality over increase in stall rates. Do stay with us, more news ahead.
Gold mining can be expensive if you don't have the right tools. Mining requires engines that can pump high volumes of water and slurry, the most tried and tested of which are Deutz engines. Deutz engines are among the most reliable in the world. Where can you get them? At your #1 industrial solutions provider, Sylvies. We have them in 2 to 6 cylinders, ranging from 23 horsepower to 80 horsepower. Most miners use Deutz engines because they're lightweight, use less fuel, and require less maintenance because they are air-cooled. So what are you waiting for? If you can't make it to our 31 High and Hatfield Streets, Georgetown location, we can deliver. Give us a call on 227-6226 or WhatsApp us on 623-7755 or visit our website sylviesonline.com. Sylvies Industrial Solution, proudly serving Guyana for over 4 decades.
Premier insurance coverage for less. Stay safe. For bid, performance, retention, advanced mobilisation or customs bonds, bond with us. Fuel your success. Call 223-0840 or visit premierinsurance.gy. Premier Insurance. Premier insurance coverage.
Welcome back. You're watching the evening news. A 36-year-old basketball coach has died in a car crash along the UNAMICO Trail, Upper Berbice River, on Tuesday morning. Dead is Dave Causeway of Kokwani Region 10, who was the coach for the Kokwani Untouchables. At around 10 hours on the day in question, the man was driving motorcar PAB 1457 along the trail, allegedly at a fast rate, when he lost control of the vehicle whilst descending a hill. As a result, the vehicle toppled several times, pinning the driver as it came to a halt. The driver was eventually assisted out of the vehicle and taken to the Kokwani District Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Causeway was a former national point guard who made a significant impact on the game in Georgetown, particularly during his time with the Bounty Colts club. Our Berbice correspondent Andrew Carmichael joins us now to report that vendors who operate in the New Amsterdam Municipal Market today staged a protest over the Town Council's decision to increase their stall rates. Here is that story.
Vendors of the New Amsterdam Market protesting over increased rates for stall rentals. The vendors protested the municipality calling for fees to be reduced. According to the vendors, fees have increased in some instances by 100%.
This market was very nice long time ago, but this market now, since this new one take over, market going worse and worse and worse. Right? We can't afford to pay this money. We can't afford to pay the market fee, $1,000 for each stand. I have 3 stands. I have to pay for 3, then I got to pay the catman $1,800. Then I have to pay the cat to bring me is $3,000. Then I got to pay the load $1,000. When me done what the day me get, me can't get food today.
The vendors explained that stand fees moved from $600 to $1,200 in some instances and from $1,000 to $2,000 per week.
I have 4 stalls in the market, 4. Instead of 500, they say 1,000. A week is 4,000 a watt now. Left out that, when I come in the morning, I have to sweep all around the stalls. Clean the stall. The garbage, you have to pick it up yourself. They don't have nobody to clean the garbage. They say they're short of staff. When the garbage truck comes, you have to fetch the garbage and throw it in the truck yourself. You have to cobweb, you have to clean all around you. The council ain't doing anything and they want more money. That can't work.
The vendors also claim that the bylaws of the town prohibit the establishment of supermarkets within close proximity to the municipal market, but this is not being enforced and is negatively impacting their businesses.
We come up here for protest because we every pay $1,000 for the stand, right? Because we have 2-3 stands, and then if a 2-3 stand check it, we got to run 3,000, 4,000. Then plus we got to pay landing fee. Each load go down like me, I pay $1,500, $1,200, $1,300 for the Thursday. Each piece is $100. It's too much on me. And some we vend at the front area don't sell. And the girls got a piece on the 5, 10, 2, and they got have to pay $100. We used to pay $40 and they loan at $40. We got plenty, but they don't sell. I don't sell, I don't like. But the majority people at the front here don't sell. And it's hard on the girls them to go pay. That's why I doubt it to help them protest.
Also joining the picket line were pushcart operators who say they are also being affected.
I work at this market for odd years, working car. When I come at this market, I was $300 we need to pay. They moved from 3 to carry to 1,000. From 1,000 now they are 2,000. And calling me to buy new clothes. What we are going to do is old clothes that we need to work at the market. Every week people afford to buy a new shirt or do something new. What are we really working for? We have to pay a bill. When we go in the market, we get no right in the market. No rights. They're not giving me no rights. They keep looking. We can now 2 day race and we without race from the vendor lane, and the vendor lane are calling from wrong with people raising them, they be money.
For the Evening News, Andrew Carmichael.
A review of the Cybercrime Act is underway to address the use of the various social media platforms to attack private citizens, Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs INT'L has announced. Here are the details from Kilroy Williams.
Something has to be done about the use of the social media as a weapon against the citizens of this country. It is not freedom of expression. They scandal and scandalize people's family. They publish the nastiest and most humiliating information about people's personal life.
Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs INT'L announcing his government's intention to review the Cybercrime Act during his program Issues in the News.
A government cannot stand idly by in the face of such onslaught on its citizens.
Guyana's Cybercrime Act was passed in 2018 and addresses various aspects of harassment using electronic media. But INT'L says a review is necessary in light of current developments. He also dismissed contentions that the government is trying to control freedom of expression, arguing that freedom of expression and freedom of the press do not give anyone the right to attack another person's character or family. To review the current legislation, Guyanese experts who recently worked with the United Nations to craft a convention to govern cyberspace will be assisting with the process.
Our experts, Ms. Joanne Bond, Deputy Chief Parliamentary Counsel, and Mr. Shala Prasad, participated from the inception on the work on that convention, and They have advised us that they are in a position to inform us on what the convention will say and how we should fashion our amendments to the Cybercrime Act.
Nandlal said the review will be completed and amendments will be tabled in the National Assembly when recess ends in October. Kelroy Williams, The Evening News.
The Springlands Police Station now has a child-friendly space, a multi-purpose area which will serve as a daycare for police officers and any member of the public who are dealing with matters at the station. Our Berbice correspondent Andrew Carmichael reports.
The opening of the child-friendly space at the Springlands Police Station was a collaborated effort of the business community, NGOs led by St. Francis Community Developers and the Station Management Committee. According to the Commander, Senior Superintendent Chief Prasad Bacchus, the child-friendly space will have multiple purposes. It will be used as a daycare for police officers, especially those working the night shift. It can also be used by members of the public who are dealing with prolonged matters at the police station and need a friendly space to keep their children. Moreover, it can be used temporarily for children involved or affected by crimes.
15 minutes meeting with the NGO. They would have contributed and make it possible to today's activity, whereby they would have tarred the floor, they put all the items into place to make the environment conducive. Not too long ago, you would have noticed as the station management committee would have donated a television to facilitate the area to make it a better one for the kids and women who would be so inclined to visit that unit. The gender based at Regional Police Division 6 Springlands Police Station.
At the opening ceremony on Tuesday, UNDP resident Rep. Geraldo Noto also delivered laptops, surveillance cameras, electronic tablets, and 2 heavy-duty printers to the unit to ensure that officers can have statements typed written even when they are in remote locations.
The last time the UN visited the region, it was the UN coordinator, and she visited the police station in New Amsterdam. On visiting the police station in New Amsterdam, the police raised some of the concerns they had to ensure that better services could have been delivered for domestic violence. A request was therefore made for cameras and laptops and other equipment necessary to ensure that the police could have done their work in that enabling environment so they could have get the best results out of case when they are being prepared and go for trial.
Meanwhile, at the handing over ceremony, Divisional Crime Officer Superintendent Raul Ned explained that it is very difficult to get statements printed and signed when officers visit riverine communities. He noted the need for mobile printers. The UNDP official took up the hint and committed to ensuring that mobile printers will be supplied to the division. Noto said he will make the unit in Region 6 a model for the rest of the country, so everyone will have their laptop and their own digital camera so they can take pictures. They will also be issued with mobile printers so that they can carry along when going to outlying areas. Andrew Carmichael, The Evening News.
President Dr. Irfan Ali has dismissed concerns raised over the recently commissioned Schoonored-to-CRANE highway, stating that some works are still pending. A social media commentator had recently highlighted sections of the 15.1 billion new 4-lane highway that were incomplete. The Guyana government has already responded to the issues raised, noting with regards to the sidewalk that the concrete works are still in the curing stage and will be properly fixed once this period is over. Asked about the situation, President Ali told reporters on the sidelines of an event today that the issues raised are empty noises. Let's have a look.
There is absolutely no concern about Schoonored Road project. First of all, and I shared with Chabral last evening information, because there are some drain covers, and these are covers where the form still has to be removed. And this is ongoing, and there's a long defects liability period. So it's just empty noise.
The update that you shared with him was given to you by the contractor?
No. This is the project team.
And now for a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbour Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic on Thursday, September 5, 2024 at 3 hours 45 for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, The Barbasra Bridge is scheduled to be closed to vehicular traffic at 4 hours 50 on Thursday, September 5, 2024, also for a period of 1.5 hours.
Introducing Jumbo Jet Auto Sales, your exclusive dealer for XCMG and Cinetruck. Only 20% down payment on all HOO Cinetrucks and 30% down payment on all XCMG with 6 to 24 months financing available. The only authorized dealer of XCMG and Cinetruck in Guyana. Various sizes in motor graders to excavators, compactors to skid steers, and wheel loaders. Not forgetting our amphibious. We have a wide selection of XCMG machinery to meet your needs. Explore our range of Cinetruck dumpers, including 8x4 twin steer, all-terrain 6x6, 6x4 models, and more. Plus, check out our cement mixers in 8x4 and 6x4 configurations. Drop by our various showrooms located at East Bank, Land of Canaan, EXXONMOBIL, our head office in Georgetown, Ogle, and in Berbice, Chester, and Bushlot. Only 20% down payment on all HOO Cinetrucks and 30% down payment on all XCMG with 6 to 24 months financing available. Contact us on 225-8255, 232-0633, 233-3101, or 328-2802. Jumbo Jet Trucks and Auto.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.
In today's tough driving conditions, every engine faces 3 powerful enemies: engine heat, pollutants, and frequent short trips. Each factor is a direct cause of engine sludge, a buildup of dirt that can block vital oilways. This triple threat demands triple protection. Castrol GTX's Triple Protect Power is engineered to fight these 3 main causes of engine sludge.